Hi there. So a few months ago I got this 3D printed kit from Turbo Effects, and it is a Star Wars thermal detonator. Yeah, so this is pretty cool. In this video I'm going to do my best to put this thing together. We're going to get it painted, try and put some lights in it, and hopefully get that switch mechanism on the top to work so that it will not only turn on the lights, but hopefully also get some sound going. If you'd like to make one of these of your own, I'll leave a link to Turbo Effects down below. Okay, so I'm just going to go over a little bit of the game plan here. So here we got the 3D print, and the first step is definitely going to be to sand down these pieces a little bit, clean them up. They're looking pretty good, but make things fit together a little better. And this piece is going to be key right here. So what I was thinking, this guy, make sure that it can move around a little bit, and then take this little switch piece, somehow attach that. I'm not totally certain how I'll do that. Figure that out later. But then when I move this, I should turn the switch. And I want to have that hooked up to a few different things. For one thing, got some LEDs here. So actually I have a few different sizes. I was going to say these ones work first. So I think this could work nice to have kind of in there. And that one might be a little too small. I have some larger ones too. Let's see if these ones work. Yeah. So that'd be nice. So I have the red one there, and then if you look at some of the source material, I have some more down here. I'm not sure, for size. Yeah, so the smaller might be better. So I think I'm gonna order some yellow ones. If you look at the source material, they've got the yellow lights for the 3 down here. And they actually change, so they don't just stay on, but I don't know if I'm gonna take it quite that far. So I'll order some yellow ones of these, and then that would be the lighting. So I'm fairly confident I can get that part to work at the very least. And again, just have that little switch. Turn the lights off and on. With this guy up here. So that's definitely in the works. Now, we'll see if I can get this part to happen. But I also have a little recorder and speaker. And I believe all this should fit in there as well. It might be a little bit tight. So yeah, we'll get that wire, and then I'll have to put batteries in there too. So yeah, it's a little bit tight, but I think, we might be able to get that to work. And what would happen then is I would also have the thermal detonator sound recorded on here, so you can hit record. And I'm not super confident that I'll get this to work, and if it doesn't work out, then I'll just be happy with the lights. But just thought that'd be something fun to add too. So I think now I'm just going to go ahead and start sanding this guy, and we'll catch up then. So I went ahead and sanded and washed the pieces, and what you see now are the pieces primed. So I just sprayed on this gray primer. Okay, so I've got some of the pieces primed here, and a few other ones are painted and drying. Let's get that started. So while pieces were drying and I was still waiting for my yellow LEDs in the mail, pretty much the only thing to work on was the sound. So here I'm just soldering the wires to the speaker, and then Just getting kind of a loosely connected power source to test it.
Testing, 1, 2, testing.
So at this point, all the pieces were painted and primed. So I used a metallic chrome for the large pieces there, and then I used a anvil color, which I also used for my Blade Runner blaster, and just a little bit of glossy black for the top of the switch there. So those are all good to go. You can see how they fit together. Now around this point, I also started to realize that to actually get power for the speaker and the lights, I was actually going to need 2 different power sources. And so at first I was thinking to use a smaller 3-volt battery, and also the other power source I showed you earlier for 2 AAAs. Now later on I'll realize that's still not enough, but we'll get to that. So here I'm getting the lighting wired, and this also took some trial and error. So at first I tried using a circuit board, you'll see to the left there. Now that wasn't really working, mostly as far as getting the lights to the placement that I needed them in the actual thermal detonator. So I ended up just soldering the loose wires together, and that actually worked out, and I got the switch connected there as well. You'll also notice I had to bump things up to a 9-volt battery to really get these to work. Now, I was a little worried about running that much voltage through a few LEDs, so I attached 2 470 ohm quarter-watt resistors. Next is to solder the power source and a switch for the little speaker, and for that I still used the 2 AAA batteries, not quite realizing that there's not enough room in the thermal detonator for all those large batteries. So I switch that out to a smaller, just single cell lithium battery, and that's what you see here wrapped in the electrical tape. Then I super glued these switches in here, and I'll probably put some more glue on there just to make sure they don't move around, but I'm going to show you how it works. So there's the sound, and the lights are a little tricky. You have to push harder. There we go. Turn off this light. There it is. So once I switched out for that other battery, last thing was just to stuff everything in there. By the way, that is a paper clip I'm using to hold down the button for the speaker. Okay, after lots of trial and error and some mistakes and a very messy workstation, here it is. And I haven't decided if I'm gonna weather it or anything, but check it out. Yeah, so I'm super happy with that. Alright, thank you for watching. And once again, if you're interested in getting one of these kits for yourself, I'll leave a link to Coturbo Effects down in the description. And by the way, I got the thermal detonator sound off of the RPF if you're looking for that. And if you liked this video, consider checking out my builds playlist. I also built Deckard's blaster from Blade Runner, and I hope you all have a really nice rest of your day.